being able to talk to people, being able to get things off your chest, being able to articulate your thoughts, communication in general is very important to success in gaming, in life in general, in education, in your career. What's up, dreamers? Welcome to Driving and Vibing. Today I want to talk about communication and why it is so important. If you play competitive video games and you have a team, like you play on a team, you have to communicate with your team the whole time. Throughout every match, throughout every practice, you need to be able to have good communication so that you can get your point across, so that you don't have lapse in like overplays, I guess you could say, something like that. Excuse me. You need to be able to articulate your thoughts properly, because in a competitive match, things happen quick. In your career, things sometimes happen quick, but you need to be able to get your thoughts across as well. In life, with your significant other, your friends, your family, you need to be able to get your point across, right? And you don't want to hold things in. We all hear all the time about holding things in could be detrimental and it could raise stress. And this is true to an extent, but communication will really help push your life further, especially in regard to competitive gaming, right? Because that's our main focus. And also your relationships. We're going to focus heavily on relationships in regard to gaming right now, and I'm going to give a couple examples. When I played heavily competitive Counter-Strike, I had a team, and I used to hold my thoughts in. There was things that made me upset. There was things that bothered me, and instead of telling people and trying to work through it, I just held it in. And what did that do? That just drove my frustration even further than it already was. And what does that do? That frustration carries with me in my matches. It carried with me in my matches, and in my matches, I did not perform as well as I could have because I was frustrated, right? So it's very important to talk through it. Now, what I could have done was talk to my teammates about what was bothering me and what I think could have resolved the issue. And even if they didn't agree, we could have come up with something that, would have helped to resolve the issue, right? And if that were to happen, the frustration would have diminished, the inconsistency would have diminished a little bit, and I probably would have performed better. My team probably would have performed better overall. And I know I wasn't the only one on the team that this happened to, because there was frustration. You could hear it in people's voices. Now, at the time, I didn't really recognize it for what it was, but I could hear it in my teammates' voices. The fact that they were, getting frustrated, they were getting upset with, how things were. Got the kids in the car. How things were said and done. Okay, so communication is very important. Now let's talk about it. This is building relationships in gaming, right? This goes for life in general as well. Your relationships with friends and family. I'm going to go over this very quickly. It applies all the same. If you hold things in, you don't work to solving any issues through communication, you're more than likely going to sit on that and get frustrated the same exact way I just talked about happens in game. So it's very important to communicate with friends and family as well, so that you can get past any, we'll say, bumps in the road. Okay, I'm gonna cut this video because we just got into the parking garage. So anyways, if you have anything that you want to add, let me know in the comments. I'd love to get this conversation started. What are your thoughts on communication? I would like to know. Hit that like button, helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this. And I hope to see you in the next video. Later, dreamers.